Hey everybody, welcome back to another Nature's Always Right episode. Today we're going to be in the Bootstrap Farmer greenhouse and we're going to be testing out the NewAir QuietHeat15 ceramic heater. So NewAir reached out to me to try out one of their heaters, and I thought, what could I use a heater for? Well, I've got my greenhouse now, so maybe I could try to use this thing to heat my 200 square foot greenhouse. This thing is designed to be used inside a home, of course, and it can heat up a 250 square foot room. It can run at 1,000 watts on eco mode or 1,500 watts on the high mode. I've tested it out the last couple days, and it's going to get down to about 37 degrees Fahrenheit tonight, so it's going to be a really good test to see what this thing can really do inside of this greenhouse. Now, one of my favorite things about this, if you were going to use this at home, is that it's really quiet. We use a ceramic heater in our house, and you can hear the fan blowing, and it's a noise. This thing is completely silent, even on the high mode. So I was really impressed by that. And it has a remote control. You can adjust the settings based upon temperature or how long you want to let the heater run for. So for me in the greenhouse, I'm setting it at 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and that way it will just run all night, trying to achieve that temperature. Because it's so cold and because it's a greenhouse, it's not like super insulated like a home, it's not ever going to be able to reach that 65 degrees, but let's see how warm it will keep it in here overnight when it goes down to about 37 tonight. Now, to do the test to measure this thing, I have a little digital thermometer here, and it tells you the current temperature, and it tells you the low as well as the high temperature from the last time that you hit clear. So I'm going to set this thing up, I'm going to hit clear, and then we'll let it run overnight. We'll come back in the morning and see what the minimum temperature was and see what it was able to keep it at. If you'd like to find out more about this heater, you can go to newair.com. They've given me a discount code for all of my viewers, so if you're interested in purchasing, you can get a discount, and I put the link down in the video description for everybody. So I've been keeping my thermometer here down in the shade, and during the day we have temps going up to 85 in here, but then at night it's going down to 37. So this is where my heater comes in, and I can keep the temps much higher so that the germination will happen even faster and keep the growth of my plants happening even faster. I'm just going to turn it on. We can set it to a timer, so you can set it up to 12 hours, or I'm going to set it to a temperature. Let's just set it to 70, and then you can choose the high load or the low mode. I chose high, of course, and now it just runs. And the next step here for our test, I'm going to hit the clear button. Okay, and now it's going to record those temperatures overnight, and we'll see what happens in the morning. And then I'm just going to set this right here at the same height as all of my seedlings. So it definitely got really cold last night. We got a really good frost. This is probably the worst frost I've ever seen in Lemon Grove. It looks like some of the hail that fell last night. You can see the frost on the plants here. All these guys can take it, but it was a perfect night to test out the heater. And so it got down to 40 degrees in here. So it kept, it warm enough so that everything survived. And here's one of the most sensitive things I have in here, which is basil. And everything's alive. All right, so according to the temperature of the thermometer, we went down to 40 degrees. And I checked the temperature last night just from my weather app, and it said it went down to 37. Maybe went down a couple more degrees here, I'm not sure, just because of seeing all that frost. But, this thing was able to keep it a few degrees warmer than the outside temperature. Since we're not inside of an insulated house like this thing's designed for, it just doesn't have enough power to pump out. But, I think that this thing would still be good if you were sprouting inside, maybe inside of a garage or inside of a little room or your closet, wherever you're doing stuff under lights. This would be a really great way to keep it at a good temperature. As far as inside of a greenhouse though, you need something a little bit stronger than just a little household electric heater. I know a lot of people will use propane to do it, or just maybe a more powerful electric heater would be possible. Also, my greenhouse, the door isn't completely sealed. I have roll-up sides, so it's not 100% sealed in here. That also may have affected it as well. But I think this was a good experiment just to see if it's possible. So this is a 1500 watt electric heater, just for reference, in case you were thinking about doing something similar.